Hello.
Is Albert joining us, or is it just you today?
No, it's gonna be me. He'll probably join only 2 sessions to the end because he's like out of town for training.
Sure.
Yeah.
I sent an email. Did you see the videos and everything?
Yeah, we got the collar, and I tested it yesterday by putting it on. And it's okay, but I didn't try to
Yeah,
use
that's
the
fine.
thing.
I'm gonna work with you on all that stuff today. So go ahead and turn your collar and everything on, and then you're going to go ahead and put it on Starfox, and then we'll get started, okay? And not dog friendly, right? At least. Like,
He's very selective. Sometimes he's okay, sometimes he's not.
okay.
And it's mostly like when he's on the leash.
Because sometimes you get off leash dogs. This way we know to watch out. Okay.
And he has like his front collar on. Should I take it off?
You're fine for now. Yeah. And you'll put the collar above the prong. We'll see how he does with it higher up today, okay?
Okay. I'm so close. Sit. Sit. Probably knows what it is.
Let's see if there's one over here. We'll go check out the people playing tennis and then we'll walk next to. I see one.
There you go.
Here. Probably I see it over there.
It should be somewhere around here.
Yeah, that looks good actually. And then just feed that through your buckles. There you go. Yeah. After a couple of weeks, if everything's working good, you can cut it shorter.
Okay.
And this is Enrique, by the way. This is my one of my employees and dog trainers. Now go ahead and have you get your remote, and then we'll go to get started. Okay. Now, do you have any questions before we start?
Actually, yeah. So we tried to get like one of suggested these things, but can't find like the right sizing.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. Like we tried to like as close.
What sizes did you get? That's a 3, right?
Yeah, this is 3.
Okay. Did you get a 3 and a 2, or just a 3?
Just 3.
Okay. Let me see. Can you just place it real quick on his head? Take a look how it looks. Yeah. That's good.
Sit. Sit. Starfox. Sit.
I see. So he's probably a 2. Is that from Amazon?
Yeah.
You might be, if you kept the box, you might be able to exchange it. But he's most likely a size 2, from what I'm seeing there.
Okay.
Yeah, because that was definitely too big.
Or should we like look into a different like model or like something different, or can we just get same stuff, just the size 2?
I think he should be fine with the size 2. If you decide to go with a different model, just make sure it's a basket style. You don't want the mesh muzzle.
Yeah.
Okay, because this lets him breathe, it lets him drink water, lets him pant, lets him eat food. So if he has to wear it for a long time, like it's that, because the one closes their mouth entirely, he can't pant or anything like that. So that's why we use these styles, because it allows the dogs to just be able to breathe appropriately and all that stuff. Okay, but he's most likely a size 2 is what it's looking like. I have to take a look at, because I had another client, I think 2 other clients, that the way they measured the dog, it was right on the website, but when they got it, it was too big.
Yeah, like we measured it the right way, but it wasn't.
Yeah. So I'll have to look into that. But it looks like he's probably a size 2.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're like using this kind of muzzle like before we like got a recommendation from you. So this is not like.
So that's the one that's going to close his mouth entirely, right? So like for an hour, for 30 minutes, it's fine. But like if you're gonna have people come over and you need to wear it for like 4 hours or something, that's where it's not good. So it shouldn't be a problem for the muzzle exchange. And if you want, we're gonna be right here if you want to leave your stuff.
Oh, okay.
So this way you're not worried about carrying all these things.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna have you go to stand right here, and you're gonna keep your leash short how you had it. And is your remote turned on?
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. You see the numbers in the front. What's it set at the moment?
16.
16? Okay, we'll try at 16. So you're gonna be pressing the one with the bumps on the side. That's the nick function. You're gonna look at Starfox here, okay? And when I say tap, you're gonna press the button, okay? Tap, 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 tap. So there's nothing here, okay? Go to 20. And if you land on 21 or 22 or 19, it's fine, just in that range. Tap, 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 tap. No response. 25. Tap, tap, tap. No response. 30. Tap, tap, tap. No response. 35. This is normal, by the way. Tap.
Okay.
Right there. You see that big response there? Let's go down. Let's try
Are we the first?
32.
Oh, perfect.
Tap, tap, tap. 34. Tap, tap, tap. 36. Tap. Huh. So from 34 to 35-ish, it's kind of. Let's go back down to 35. Going to shorten your leash again. Good. Yep. Down to 34. It's okay. Going to shorten your leash again. Yep. Did he nip at you?
No.
Just a jump? Okay.
Yeah. Jumps.
Turn so that he's on your side, or move him with your leash. There you go. Okay, you're on 34? Yeah, no. So here, just use your leash. You have to settle him and bring him around. And with your prong collar, just pull up. And relax a little bit. 34 tap. Down to 30. Good. And move him back. There you go.
Sit. Sit.
Wait, up in the leash. Just pull up. Just keep it up. Okay. Now relax a little bit. Tap. 25. Okay, move him around to the front. There you go. That's fine. So when I tell you to pull up like this, right? What you're doing is you're calming him down. So when you pull up, don't worry about sit. You're just pulling, because I don't know if you saw like when he was standing there, like, and then he just kind of settled a bit, and then I said relax. So I don't care about the sit. I just care about that he just calms down. Okay. 25, right? Yep. 18. Good. And then reposition. Yep.
Hey.
Up. 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 There you go. Yep. Grip reposition. And then I'm going to have you choke up a little bit more on your leash here. Like that. That's good. Yeah. You're at 15? What is it now? What's your number?
That's 18.
18? 12. Good. Shorten the leash again. Go. Yep. Yep. Up. 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 Good. Relax. Up. So yeah, the more you choke up, the more so if he jumps up on you, you can right away just pull him away. Okay? Alright, so this here because he's a very just tense dog, he's overreacting. Okay, so we're gonna have to work him through this. We're at 12 now. Okay, so I'm gonna coach you through this. It's gonna be a little tricky because he is a little bit, he's just dramatic. This exercise is super simple. So I'm gonna give you the exercise and I'm gonna give you a few tips so that you can control it better so he's not jumping all over the place, okay? So for this exercise, this is to help taper him down, calm him down a bit, okay? Is we wanna get Starfox to walk on our left side, okay? So every time Starfox passes you, you're gonna make an immediate 180 turn like this, okay? Passes this way. Directly to the right, you do not want to do this, okay? You want to go straight back like this. Every time he passes you, you're going to go straight back the opposite way, okay? When you're doing this, I'm going to be saying the word tap. So Starfox is going to go, you're going to turn, I'm going to say tap, 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 until Starfox gets here. Then you just keep walking. He's going to pass again, you're going to turn, tap, 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 until he's here. We're going to keep repeating that, okay? Now, what we're probably going to see from him is this jumping. When you turn, you're going to have your leash not too short, but short enough that if you need to control him, you can. If he starts jumping, you're going to pull away as you're walking and tap and hold up until he relaxes, and then you're going to relax and keep moving. He's going to go, tap, 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 bring him back to your side, or if he's jumping up, tap, 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 until he settles, and then you'll keep walking normal. Okay, and I'm going to coach you through all this, but that's just going to be the general rule, okay? If Starfox goes to your right, you're going to pull to your left and keep moving as you tap to bring him to your left side.
One question. So we kind of, when we first trained him, I haven't trained him before, we got used to like having him on the right side. Should we like change that?
You can do the right, you'll just have to remind me, because I train all the dogs on the left, so I'll forget. But then you're going to do everything backwards. So if he's going to be on the right, you're going to have to go to the left to bring him here. But everything else stays the same.
Okay.
It's just we're going to have to flip things backwards.
Okay.
I'm going to suggest that you hold your leash in the right hand end so that it's right there to control him, and have your remote over on your left hand. Okay? So go ahead and step on the sidewalk here. Okay, and you're going to give, I'm going to have you hold it by that knot on the bottom, right there. Okay, go ahead and relax. And you're at 12.
Yep.
Okay, just forward. Turn, tap. Keep forward. Turn, tap. Turn, tap. Tap. Turn, tap. Tap. Hold it by the other knot.
This one?
That one, yeah. Forward, bite. Turn, tap. Turn, tap, tap, tap. You're at 12, right?
Yep.
Let's go to 15. Forward. Turn, tap, tap, tap. Turn, tap, tap. Let's go to 18. There you go. Good. Forward. Turn, tap, tap. Turn, tap, tap. There, good, that's better. Turn, tap, tap. Turn, tap, tap. 21. I have to watch for off these dogs.
That one's off.
Can I do this?
No.
Okay, no. Forward. Slack. There you go. Good job. Forward. Turn. Yeah. Good. I'm on Lincoln, on this side of the street. My sleeve. Okay. Turn. Tap. Go and relax your arms. There you go. Turn. Tap. Tap. Better. Turn. Now walk slow here, but keep walking. Turn, tap, forward. Good. Go and speed up a little bit. Put in slow. Turn. Good. Pull to your right, tap. Keep walking, tap. Good. Slow walk again. Turn. Tap. Turn again. Good. Slow walk. Stop. Pull to your right. Take one step forward. Pull to your right. Tap. A little bit more pull. Tap. Tap. And then up. Tap. And relax. Good. Up or pull. Tap. Tap. Up. And relax. Good. So it was hard. I know for some, I'm watching for when you have contact, because he would go like this and then he would speed up. Okay. And we're wanting to make sure that we're getting that contact in, because this is what's going to help calm him down. Okay. So do you know what we're doing here for Starfox? Like what we're trying to teach him here? Mm-hmm. What else? To not leave you? Not lead you. Correct, right? We're wanting him to be right by your side. So I was having you speed up, slow down, because that's telling me how much attention is Starfox actually paying to you. Okay? So if he's paying attention and you speed up and slow down, then he should speed up and slow down. Okay? Do you know when I was having you turn?
When he was like going forward?
Correct, when he was passing you up, right? So most people, when they try to teach the heel, when the dog pulls, they'll punish them for pulling. So the dog will like go ahead and they'll say no, right? And like remote them, or they'll yank them with the prong collar, and then they'll say heel and they'll keep walking. The dog will go and they go no. They'll correct them and they'll say heel, right? That's like the most common way. Dogs don't really understand that method. So what I do is I let Starfox, like we give them the slack to let Starfox go ahead of us. And what you're doing is you're just doing that turn instead. So for Starfox, when he gets ahead of you and he feels this and he goes, I don't like this, and he turns around and he's like, oh, mom's going that way. Then he catches up, it goes away. And we keep repeating that. So we're trying to teach him that this device isn't anything he should be freaking out about, and that it's not so much, not that we don't use it as a punisher, because we do, but I want him to think of it as a communicator. Like when I feel this, it's telling me that I'm supposed to be doing something. What is it that I'm supposed to do, right? Okay. That's what we're trying to figure out here. So, we're gonna do a few more reps. Very important that when you're walking with Starfox, go to swing your leash around so it's on the inside. Good. And go ahead and hold it like you were holding it before on the second knot there. Good. And relax your arms. So you see on your leash how there's that little like J, and the bottom of the J, it's like right by his armpit. whenever you're walking with Starfox, right, and you have space, you want to have it like this, because that gives him just enough slack to make mistakes, but not too much that he's stepping all over and getting tangled up in his paws and stuff. So whenever you're walking with him, like right now you have open space, we're watching for you in case there's any off-leash dogs, as I walk with him like that. If you're going to come across something that you're not sure about, a bike or a skateboard or something like that, then I'd have you shorten it and you'd step aside and let it just pass, okay? So I remember there was a territorial behavior in the home, right? There was meeting dogs on leash. I can't remember, was there any kind of reactivity?
And also, like, sometimes when people, like, on the bike path, he tries to, like, jump on them.
Okay. Like runners and bikers?
Not runners, it's mostly, like, bikes. And he hates vacuum cleaners, so he tries to, like, jump up to, like, the maintenance guys and everything, like, doing it.
Gotcha. Is he barking or is he just trying to jump?
Jump and, like, recently, like, because you've seen him so many times, like, with either, like, vacuum cleaner or coming home trying to, like, change the filter or do something, like, whenever he sees them, maybe, like, barks.
Okay, but not aggressively, just like he's excited or?
No, at the beginning it was, like, just, like, jumping, but now it, like, actually barks and goes to, like, lunging.
Gotcha. Okay, so that's reactivity. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So this should help with all that stuff, but I'll cover also like what you should do. So like if I know I have a dog that's gonna lunge at another dog and a dog's coming by, like we would step aside and let this pass to get more control, and then we would walk. Okay. But this itself, sometimes the heel will fix problems like that. Okay. So like if he's walking by and he's not so overstimulated, we shouldn't see any lunging, but if we do, I'll talk about like how we work that as well.
And usually, like, with dogs passing, he doesn't do anything. Unless, like, the only times he, like, had a reactivity to dogs, we would try to, like, introduce them and have, like, a sniff.
Gotcha.
But if, like, they were just passing by, walking by, he just doesn't do much.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. Good to know. So we're gonna do another kind of back and forth here. Your number's at what now?
21?
Let's go down to 16. So anytime we like stop for a little bit to rest, I always reset the number in the beginning, because as you use this more, he'll get more sensitive to it. That if you start off at 21 and he's like more sensitive, you might get a really big response. So we go down a little bit so that's not so, I would say, surprising to him. Okay. All right. When you're ready, forward. Slow down and stop. You're going to go ahead and turn to your left. Yep, turn forward, cap, hit. Turn, cap, cap, cap. Let's go back to 21 again. Good, forward, cap, cap, tap, tap, keep forward, you got it, good. Slow turn, there you go, forward, yep. Now slow up here, turn, tap, forward, yep. There you go, good turn again. Good, and keep up that one. Let's go down to 18. Then pull them to your right once you're ready. Tap, 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 up, tap, up. And you're gonna hold your leash like that, but just like you have it. Tap, tap, tap. 21. Tap, tap, tap. 24. Tap, tap, tap. 27. Tap, tap, tap. 30. Tap, tap. Yeah, he feels it. Can you see it? there's a twitch right by the box. So like, keep how you have it. Tap, tap, tap. Right. A little bit more pressure on the leash. Tap, and relax. Right there. Okay. So the way he was laying down, it may have moved the collar. So sometimes you're going to get disconnect. This is how we work through it. Okay. So you're at 18. You know, we did tap, 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 21, tap, 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 24, tap, 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 27, tap, tap, right? So every 3 taps, if I don't see anything, I bump it. And because he's kind of a, let's say, edgier dog, you know, he like earlier he was jumping and all that stuff, I go in smaller increments, so I don't catch him too off guard. So then at 30, you start to see the twitch, but at first he didn't really care. But then I just kept it at 30, a little bit more leash pressure, then he pops up. Okay, so right there, that's when you're achieving connection. Okay, so just because you see the contraction doesn't always mean you have connection with the brain. You have connection with the body, you don't have connection with the brain. So then I just keep playing with that number until eventually Starfox goes, what was that? And then I relax. Now I have the attention. Okay, let's go down to 24. And forward. Turn, tap.
30 seconds left.
Go to slow down to a stop. What you're gonna do here is keep where you're at. Lightly pull towards you. Tap, tap, tap. There you go. Good. So now he's feeling 24. Go ahead and loop your leash on the inside. Swivel it around. There you go. There you go. Good. You're fine. Forward. Let's speed up a little bit.
Okay, that's it.
There you go. To your right. Yeah. Good. Turn. Yeah. Good. Slow. Turn. Yeah. Let's go down to 18 again. Come this way. Tap. There he goes. Good. And forward. Turn. Tap. Pull to your right. Tap. Good. Turn. Tap. There you go. Turn. Tap. Tap. Good. There it is. Good. Turn. Tap. Tap. Better. Give a little bit more slack. There you go. That's good. Turn. Tap. Tap. To your right. Tap. Good. Tap forward.
Okay, ready?
Slower.
Begin. Go.
Stop. Good. That's fine. Very good. Okay. So I'm trying to, it's a little trickier. I think your collar is fitted correctly. It looks nice and snug. It's staying in place. I just think he's got some dense fur right here that is inhibiting the contact.
Nice, man.
But you can see on the 24, how he was just like all over the place. We went down a little bit. I'm trying to get a balance between when he feels the remote, he moves very quickly, but I don't want him to panic too much because then he's going all over the place. So we go down to 18, right? And then he was a lot better. So we're trying to get him to focus on you as much as possible, okay? When you come to a stop, you probably did this with your previous training, but getting the automatic sit, right? Did you teach that before or no? Did you cover heel with your? Yeah. You did. Okay. So in heel, it's walk with me, stay with me, sit when I stop. Okay. So this should be automatic. So if Starfox doesn't sit, you would lightly pull up in your leash and tap on the collar to get him to do so. You wouldn't say sit. Okay. That's a separate command. So, and we're not going to use heel this week. Were you using heel before? Yep. I'm going to have you not use it this week. okay? You're just gonna be doing this back and forth exercise using the remote to get Starfox to be here as much as possible, okay? Now, do you have any questions so far?
So like I'll be having this
When you're walking, right? For this week, just when you're walking.
Okay.
Okay, so like, I think using it with the prong will be good as well because the prong helps settle him down when he gets too anxious. So you can use them both together. I suggest when you're going to train, put on 50 minutes before, then do your training, then leave it on 50 minutes, and then take it off. Okay. You can also put it on him during the day just randomly, but don't do anything with it. Don't even turn it on. Just have it on him so that he doesn't think anything of it. Okay. If you want to, sometimes the dog will get nervous or scared of the collar because that's how you say now it'll match them. Is I use food, cheese, turkey, chicken, like some good stuff. So I'll show him the collar, give him a treat, put it on, give him a treat. Then when I take it off, I'll grab it, give him a treat, take it off, give him a treat. Good boy, and we're done. You never want to be sad, like I'm gonna put the collar on, because then Starfox is gonna feel bad about it. Okay, so if you're like, come on, buddy, let's go for a walk, you put the collar on and you're like you're positive or neutral, then he thinks like, oh, okay, like this is no big deal. Okay, because a lot of my clients do that, like, oh, like I'm sorry, I'm gonna put the collar on you, and then the dog doesn't like it. Okay. Other questions?
So every walk is gonna be color on.
So was that last part?
Will I 50 minutes today with you now?
Oh, so I suggest every walk. If it's a quick potty break, like go out, go pee and poop, that's fine. But at least if you can, like 3 20-minute walks or like 15-minute walks is fine. Dogs learn better in smaller chunks. Okay, so if all you have is 1 hour, you can do an hour. It just will take them longer to learn. Okay, so generally 3 15-minute walks is fine, or 4 20-minute. I'm sorry, 3 20-minute walks or 4 15-minute walks. Because every time you stop, Starfox is thinking about what he just learned, and he learns how to process that. Okay, so like right now, like we did one little session, then I stopped and talked for a bit, then I did another little session, then I stopped and talked a bit. Because right now he's thinking about everything that just happened. Okay, so as you do this with him, when he's processing, he's getting better more quickly. Now, when you go on a walk with Starfox, your visual is his left shoulder to your right leg. Okay, so like right now he's take a small step forward. I'm sorry, so that beside him, like right. You want to be next to his shoulder, like that. So his left shoulder should be next to your right leg. When you're walking and when you're stopped, that's how it should look. Okay, we don't need to for the sit. Sometimes like the dog will sit away and stuff. That's fine. I don't think it's super perfect, but definitely on the walk, his left shoulder to your right leg is what you should be seeing. Okay. And then you want to have a slack leash. So the leash is slack, and Starfox is right here. What does it tell me? Yeah, he's learning, he's saying, right? He's getting what he's supposed to do. Because most people, when they walk their dogs, they shorten the leash. So the dog's only there because they're forcing them to stay there. They're not allowing them to make mistakes. I want to give the slack. I want mistakes because that's how we teach Starfox what to do. So if you're walking with him, let's say he's doing great for like, 10 blocks, and then you're going to come to a stop, and as you're coming to a stop, Starfox keeps going, that tells me you're paying attention. So now with turn, tap, tap, to bring them back, and then turn again so I can come back this way if I need to, and then stop again, and you should stop right here with me, okay? Now, I was having you do something on some of the turns and stops. So before I had you stop, do you remember what I was having you do? Slow down. Yes. Very important. You drove here?
Yeah.
What do you do before you stop? What do you do before you turn? Yeah. So it's the same thing for Starfox. Okay. So he will never know what you're thinking about. Right? You know what you're going to do. You know, I'm going to stop at this light. I'm going to turn at this corner. Right? He doesn't. So if you just are walking with Starfox and you turn, he's not going to catch it. So you will always, today, tomorrow, forever, slow down. Okay? That tells him what you're doing. If Starfox is paying attention and you slow down, what should he do? I walk with you.
Walk away in different directions and then stop, right?
If he doesn't stop, right, but if he's paying attention, you're walking, you slow down, and he's paying attention, what should he do?
I would like slow down.
Slow down. Yeah, you should slow down. He should match you. So that's why on some of these I was going slow, slow down, slow turn, because I could see Starfox was paying attention. So I was having you do things so that since he was paying attention, he's able to do it with you. It's easier for the dog to do stuff when you're moving slower, right? So if you're walking at a normal pace and then you're going to stop, if you just do this, he's going to keep going. So we slow down, he's paying attention, he slows down too, we stop, he stops with us, no problem. If he's not paying attention, you slow down, he keeps going, you did your job, he's not paying attention, turn, tap to bring him back to my side, okay? But as long as he's doing fine and he's right here, you don't need to keep turning. We're only doing that here because of training, right? And the only time was when I saw him passing you. Otherwise, I would say slow down, slow turn, good, go ahead and walk forward, okay? Questions? All right, so we're gonna try it again. I'll give it a little slack here. There you go, and forward, go. Tap, good, tap, tap, forward, tap, 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 tap. Go and bump it 3 numbers. And forward. Keep forward. Good, slow. Turn, tap, tap, turn, tap, tap. There he goes. Good. Keep forward. Turn, tap, tap, tap. There he is. Good. Keep forward. Good. Tap forward. Turn, tap, tap, tap. We're watching that shoulder. See how the left shoulder is ahead of you? So this is where you want to turn. Tap, tap, tap. Good. Better. Good. Slow turn. Now slower. Slower. And keep it forward, but slow. Yep, that's okay. And stop. That. So you see how he's watching you? That's how it's supposed to look. Okay? So we're teaching Starfox just to automatically just be paying attention to you. Every time he gets ahead of you, he's thinking, I get tapped, and when I turn around, Mom's going the opposite way. Okay? Could you see the difference? Because what number are you on now?
21.
21 again? Where he could feel it? Could you see how, could you tell? Because he was going like this, right? And then he would like shake a little bit, and then he would speed up and run to you. That's how we know we have connection, okay? So when you're practicing this, let's say on 21, every day when you walk with Starfox, let's say it's always you're turning 100 times, right? What does that tell us?
He's not getting slow.
Close, right? So every day you have it on 21, right? Let's say he feels it, but you still have to turn 100 times every day. It's not getting better.
I need to like increase that.
Yes, you need to increase the power. Because it's enough to get his attention, but not enough to teach him to retain it. So then, 24, 27, right? And then maybe you hit 32, and then when you go to 32, you see Starfox is perfect. And you can walk 2 miles, no problem. And the next walk, no problem. The next walk, no problem. Days, no problem. Now we know we have a good number. And that number may change, okay? It's depending on the weather. Hot, is it cold? We have good connection. Is there a lot of distraction in the environment? So that's why in the video, I talk about connection, perception, and working level, right? Connection is just this, but the dog doesn't care. Perception is the twitch, and then like a little bit of like what's going on, and the working number is the twitch and like, whoa, I don't like that, okay? And you always want to find that working number, because that's what's gonna make this very quick. So like let's say you go to a different park, he's never been there before, maybe he's very excited. You wanna make sure you find that working number first, Because if you start your training and you're too low, you're gonna waste time. Because you're gonna do 15, 20 minutes of like on a number that's too low, he's not listening, he doesn't care about it, before you get to the right number. And you want to get there you want to get to that working number as quickly as possible when you're training. Because for Starfox, he just thinks like right off the bat, like we start walking and I have to listen. Okay. Otherwise, he'll take those 15 to 20 minutes of you having to figure it out and do whatever he wants until you reach that right number. Okay. So you're trying to make it serious right from the get-go, and that's what's going to make this progress very quickly. Okay. Questions so far? Nope. Okay. So I'm going to have you do this just back and forth by yourself. I'm not going to say anything. I want you to speed up, slow down, watch for his shoulder, left shoulder, when it's passing, even if it's a little bit, you want to do that turn to correct him to bring him back, so that when you're doing this on your own, you know what you're looking for. Okay? Yeah, if he lags, you can tap for that too for him to speed up. Good turn. Right, good. Yeah, good. Good. So right there, if you've had like 2 to 3 moments where you should have turned. The moment you see his shoulder pass you, turn, tap. Okay, try again. Turn, tap. There you go. Good. There you go. Good. Good. Burn.
Last one. 1 second. 8, 7.
Good. Good. That's okay for now. Forward, yep. Try again. So right there, when you were coming to that lightning pull up, yep. There you go, and relax. When you came to that stop, he was still going before he came to that stop. So right there when he was going, turn, tap. Okay. So you're trying to catch every little moment. Sometimes you'll get like here, they'll stop and they'll sit in front of you. It's okay. But if you come to a stop and you still see him going a little bit, if you can catch it, turn, tap. Okay. Again. Good job. Right, good. Right, you're good. Right there. See that pass? There you go, you got it. Keep forward, tap. There you go, you got it, good job. Right, good. Good. Better. Good move, yep. Good. Better. Right, now lightly pull up. Tap. Yeah, keep your pressure up and then tap, 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 tap. There it is. And then go just take a step back so you're next to him. That's fine for now. Okay? So those were good. That was much better. So because he overcompensates sometimes, like he speeds up and he passes, but some, like you can kind of see where right away he goes back and lines up with you. So when you work with him, it's just trying to keep him here as much as possible. But as long as he's doing good, you can just keep walking, okay? Because it's going to be a normal walk. Now, on the walk back, dogs tend to be stressed out that they tend to pull more, okay? So like right now when you go to your car, if you see Starfox pulling towards the car, that's because he's stressed, okay? If right now, like let's say you got to go home, just tell him, well, do you have a release word from before? Like free, okay?
I would say okay.
You would say okay? So okay means the job is done. Right? He doesn't have to walk here anymore. So let's say you're gonna walk to your car and he's pulling and you can't correct him because you don't have time. Just stop, wait, okay, and then let him pull you. Okay, because okay means it's done. So it doesn't matter anymore. Okay? Now let's say you go for a walk and walking home, Starfox is pulling, you wanna work on that. Because if you ignore it, it'll be a forever problem. So then what I would do is let's say I'm gonna do half an hour, I'll do 10 minutes walking away from home and give myself 20 minutes to walk back home so that you have time to correct them. Because stressed or whatever, it doesn't matter. He has to be here. And that's what's gonna help him dial down all those emotional responses. And you should see him start to calm down more, not shooting ahead so fast because he's starting to like relax. So if you see that, give yourself more time on the walk home so that you can take care of that stuff, okay? If you run out of time, just stop, wait, okay, and then let Starfox pull you or do whatever you normally do, okay? You're not gonna say heel this week. So what I suggest is you come out, give him a potty break first, let him get that done, then start walking, tap, tap to bring him here, and now you just walk, okay? The tapping is what turns this on. Okay, the word doesn't really matter for Starfox. We'll use that next week. But I want to make sure that this week you're using this as much as possible because that's what's going to teach him how this works. Okay, and this is what gets you comfortable with how the remote works. Going up and going down, you know, if he doesn't have connection, getting the connection because they're using it a lot more frequently. Okay, so that when we start to do the behavior stuff, you're already fairly comfortable with it. And he's got a good idea of how this works. Okay, questions?
So right now I have like an aunt at home. Should I just like separate it?
Oh, does he not like? Oh yeah, he's not like.
Yeah, like the bigger ones.
That's all I was remembering. Yeah, okay. So, here. Did you see that? The mouth. See how he's panting? He was panting. It's relaxed. Then when those people came by, closed his mouth, started looking. Once they passed, he waited, and then open up. Closed mouth means tension. Okay. So if you ever see that happening, like that's usually the precursor to if the dog's going to be aggressive, if the dog's going to start lunging and barking, is he's going, I'm relaxed. This makes me uncomfortable. Okay, so it's learning to see that stuff because it'll have like cause I think you have like a camping thing, right? Where you're camping, like there's things that you can see prior that'll tell you like if he's stressed out, if he's getting territorial, if he's about to become reactive. You're looking for that precursor sign. Okay, so with your ant for now, I would suggest unless you had a properly fitting muzzle, I would just keep them separate, make life easier. until we get to the point where we can actually address it. Is she with you for long?
She comes like probably like for weekends, like Friday to Sunday.
Okay, so she's like on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Because then once you learn this, we can work on like him and your aunt and stuff like that. Okay, and it should be easier because he sees her regularly. Okay. Other questions?
So I just keep like practicing this a couple times a day until the next one, right?
Correct. And then, if you have any questions during the week, you would just email me. Okay, which is the email I sent you. And then, otherwise, if everything's going good, then next week we'll start to heal. Then we'll do a few more things, and after we do the second class, we can work on like the behavioral stuff. Okay. So go ahead and shorten your leash here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just test how he feels. Okay. So he's licking his lips. That means he's uncomfortable. I don't see any real tension there. All right, just to kind of get an idea. Other questions?
So whenever like if he sees something like that he doesn't like or starts looking at like people or like wife or stuff, do
Sure.
I need to use this or do
Oh.
you like just like hold it off until like
What you could do for now is coming. Like, let's say this is the sidewalk, right? This is where we're at. You step aside, and you're gonna face the sidewalk. Starfox should be here. If he gets out of position, just make sure he's beside you, and you're gonna shorten your leash like that, okay? And then you're gonna wait and watch Starfox. Watch his body language. So if, like, let's say the bike's coming and Starfox ears goes like this, and then this, you're probably gonna see something. It's right there. You can give a tap to see if it stops him, and if it passes, no problem. Okay. If he's lunging and barking and you tap him, and you're seeing no response, you could bump it and tap to see if he'll stop. If you feel like it's making it worse or it's not working, then just leave it alone. Got bikes here. If it looks like it's getting worse or if it's not working, then leave it alone. Look at where you went, like if you went to 35, and then when you come back, you'll tell me, and I'll figure out how we're gonna fix that. But for now, like you just take Starfox, come to the side, shorten your leash, make sure he's putting his butt down, wait, let it pass, and then you watch Starfox. Okay? Look for any signs, ears, hackles, the mouth to close, the tail moving, any of that stuff is the precursor to the reactivity. That's where you want to correct, okay? Because ideally you don't even want to see the reactivity. If the reactivity happens, up, tap, 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 to see if you can stop it, bump it, 21, 25, 29, whatever. And then if maybe it's 42 and he sits down and shuts up, then I go, okay, 42. And the next time I see bikes, I step aside, I might be at 35, just underneath it. And then maybe he sees it and I tap him on 35 and he goes, oh, and he just stops, doesn't do anything, then I go, okay, 35. And then you just keep doing that until eventually he sees the stuff happening and he doesn't care, okay? If he looks relaxed, don't do anything. I think this will help fix that problem because typically human reactivity, bikers, rollerbladers, skateboarders, all that stuff is the first thing that goes away, okay? Then it's other types of reactivity. So I think you'll be fine. Otherwise, if you see that, try it out. If it doesn't look like it's working, just leave it alone. Just do your practice, and then when you see me the next time, we'll talk about it.
While we're doing all this walking with this collar on, should I be like incorporating other like commands and codes or stuff?
You can do that stuff like normal. Just don't say heel.
Okay.
Yeah. And then as we go along, like we'll talk about those things. But like it's not going to affect the training.
Okay.
But I do want him to not because we have to teach a really good heel, and then we're going to name it. Okay, so that's why for this week we'll ignore it. The tap is what's going to initiate the command. Okay? Other questions?
Do I need to like see tap and then like
No, that's me for you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's me for you. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, you don't need to raise it or anything. Just like be relaxed and then turn, tap when you need to. If like Albert were to come and you were to show Albert, then you would say tap to like let him know when he's supposed to use it. But other than that, no, you don't. I don't say anything when I train. It's always completely quiet. When you hear me saying good and better, that's for you. That's not for Starfox.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Okay. I think the hardest thing you're gonna probably have an issue with is connection and recognizing it, because it was either he felt it a little bit or he felt it and he was like really kind of spazzy. As you do this more, that should calm down because he's getting used to what the collar is, okay, and getting used to what the contraction is, and that is communicating to him. And then that jumpingness, that should start to go down, okay, just because of the discipline and all that stuff. If it so just keep pay attention to Starfox, and if you notice anything, like, yeah, he seems calmer, he's not jumping as much, he's not lunging at bikes, that's because of the collar. And that means we're making progress. That's how it's supposed to work. Okay? And if it doesn't, like, let me know, still jumping, still crazy, still like this, and I go, okay, then we're gonna have to do something else to fix those issues. Okay? Awesome. Thank you. If you have any questions, you just let me know.